I'm very passionate in my job as a teacher to teach young people about how similar we all are. That's like my mission at this point, is to encourage people to share their vulnerability. My name is Sharon Freedman. I was born on March 27th, 1977. I am single, but I have been married, so I guess I'm a divorcee. I think that I've been dealing with depression my whole life to varying degrees. I mean, I remember at one point walking down the street of New York and wanting to throw myself in front of a cab and not really understanding what that was about, feeling very alone. And my divorce was the thing that sort of was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I went to multiple treatment programs and sort of had to step away from my whole life for a while to break all of the pieces apart, look at each one of them and decide which ones I wanted to keep and which ones I wanted to let go of and rebuild myself. Feeling of being depressed, it's like the voices in your head get really loud where they say, I can't do it. Like, it's too much. And the idea for me of killing myself feels like a better option than dealing with the pain that I imagine that I'm experiencing emotionally at that point. I was severely, severely depressed, had been on this year-and-a-half journey of dealing with my depression, and my bosses called me out of the blue and said, we're starting this program domestically and we want you to join us and be one of the teachers to start this program and create the curriculum. And they didn't realize that they were saving my life. I am an international arts educator. I work with elementary school and middle school aged kids, and we write plays with them based on issues in their own lives, like what is their biggest problem, what's the biggest problem in the world. And then we perform those plays, and we simultaneously create large group projects based on a different culture from the world. The mission of this program would be to have an international dialogue with youth around the world, realizing that we're a lot more similar than we thought, and also to understand the differences. It's taken me a while to not feel embarrassed about that being part of my story. Now that I've come to terms with that being part of my story and being able to talk about that and sharing that with other people and realizing how many people feel like, oh yeah, I relate to that in varying degrees. It's sort of about your own perception of yourself in the world and the amount of pain that you feel that you're experiencing and what you feel like you can handle. Shame is one of the big things that I personally deal with, so that's something that I struggle with just in general. When I was growing up, I got the sense that my parents were sort of afraid of me having a lot of emotions and feeling my emotions in a big way, and would sort of back out of the room when I would get upset, and I would have to go in the other room and work myself through it and come into the kitchen and let them know that I was happy. So I came up with the story that people only wanted to be around me if I was like this happy sort of life of the party version of myself. And part of my struggle was dealing with loneliness. So wildly shameful to think that if I shared that I'm lonely, that it would make people go farther away from me. And I think that's been part of the journey, is to understand what true human connection really is, and how vulnerability and sharing your pain with someone else is part of what makes someone lean into you and love you even more. Happy birthday to everybody born on March 27th.
Thank you for watching. We're uploading an episode every single day featuring a different person. Please like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate your support.